Let's take a look at what's in the kit so we know what to get or what is included. You know, don't want to be missing out on anything here. All right, we have a nice little tripod. This could have all kinds of uses. This looks like a typical 1/4-20. This thing here looks like it is a cell phone holder and will go on top of your tripod. And you know what else is cell phone shaped? Tiny SAs. Might hold your tiny SA pretty nicely. A couple of pads for who knows what reason, but we haven't gotten that far yet. So there's 2 pads there. An instruction manual. Look at that, reliable service right there with their email and a QR code. Get them right on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We've got an overview, some charts of what this thing can scan. Direction finding range is 1 gigahertz to 8.5 gigahertz. The frequency range is 400 to 8 gigahertz, 400 megahertz to 8 gigahertz. And then the VSWR, the VSWR, the SWR, and it's all kinds of crazy stuff. Below 400 megahertz, it increases rapidly. We'll get into a little bit about the SWR and what this antenna is useful for, but I really did want to show you what's in the box first. Some more information there. Yep. So, yep, it's designed to hold your tiny SA or your nano VNA, and it can go down like that, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense, or it can go up like this, and it looks like it's designed so that I can do it selfie stick style, and the antenna will stick out here while I'm looking at my tiny SA and doing direction finding stuff. We'll get into that. Frequency range is 400 to 8 gigahertz. That's why they call it the ZA-048. Awesome. And then this protective bag, this sleeve, must hold, ooh, look at that, must hold the antenna. Nice. And so you can put that right in between your selfie stick and your tiny SA holder. Stick it right in there. And then the coax hooks up at the front so that signals can originate or receive as necessary. So, pretty neat little design. I like it. So as I kind of hinted at in the instruction manual, this thing is for direction finding type stuff. And what it's going to do is it is going to, instead of being an omnidirectional antenna like most of your dipoles are or your verticals are, your whip antennas, the telescopic whip that comes with your tiny SA, for example, this is going to focus everything in that direction going forward. And it's going to reject everything behind towards the operator, because you would be holding it and pointing it where you're trying to look. And as it comes through, you can see that, I don't know if you can actually pick that up or not. Let's see if we can get you some reflectivity and whatnot to show the shine on it. You can see that each one of these is a different size, different length. Little teeny tiny ones all the way up here at the beginning, and great big ones down here at the end. And this one is actually, they get a little more broad-banded as well, so you can get some of that skin effect going on. And then there is a reflector back here at the end to isolate it. And this does not look like it is connected at all to the center conductor. And on the back side, there is a completely separate set. So you can see that this one here goes off to the right, and this one here also goes off to the right, which means it goes off to the left underneath. Look at that, fancy camera demonstration skills. So for talking's sake, because I'm not going to get out a tape measure and micrometer and whatnot. I mean, I have them, don't get me wrong. I'm just not going to do it for you. Each one of these is a different frequency range. And let's say that this one here is your 8 gigahertz antenna up here, that little itty bitty teeny tiny thing right up there, right by the SMA connector. And this one down here is your 400 megahertz antenna. And all right, I'll do that one just because we're here. But you can see that one there is about 13 millimeters or about 5.5 inches. So your dipole configuration for that would be 5.5 inches on each side. So this is 5.5 inch side, and that's your other 5.5 inch side. And because they're all connected, this thing works a lot like a fan dipole does, and RF is kind of magic. It's going to vibrate this little teeny tiny antenna up here with a 8 gigahertz signal, and your 70 centimeter signal, your 400 megahertz signal, is going to come all the way down here to this guy here, and it's going to vibrate this one, bypassing all of these. And if it's bigger than that, it's just going to get rejected because the antenna doesn't have a way to kind of bring this in. So there are quite a lot of things that you can do with something like this. If you're hunting down RFI in your shack, we're trying to figure it out at the 400 to 8 gigahertz range, 400 megahertz to 8 gigahertz range, then this guy is going to work out really well for you. if you are trying to do some radio direction finding and see where those signals are, this is going to do really good for you. So of course, the next thing we're going to need is a Tiny SA, and this is my Tiny SA Ultra, and this is the ZS-407 model. So this thing will cover 100 kilohertz to 7.3 gigahertz. So the antenna can actually hear a little bit better than this thing can hear. So let's get this thing all hooked up. This is also in my Tiny SA case. I'll leave a link for this down below. It's a 3D printed case, but it's got all of this really cool stuff inside here to make stuff work. And let's get out our coax jumper because we'll need that. Then we can put this stuff here away. And does this thing say anything at all about what those little pads are for? It says nothing about what those pads are for. Fine. This is why I don't like reading directions. This is why I come to YouTube and watch YouTube videos. All right, so we put this on here, and I'm actually going to do it upside down because that's how I roll. This is going to be a little bit shaky, but you can already see some activity on the screen there. And so I'm just pointing this nonchalantly in the direction of junk on the bench. Nothing spectacular. And then this is pointed at my widescreen. Let's point it at the lights themselves. And you can see the little green line across the bottom move. And I've got this set to such a broad range, so it's moving real slow because it's doing a tremendous amount of scanning. Okay, so this is really interesting. Somewhere over here, I was getting a big spike at 431 megahertz. And now that I want to show it to you guys, it's not there anymore. Oh, did you see the light on the Pi Star in the back corner there? Pi Star lit up. So that's exactly what it's doing. I bet it's picking up the Pi Star there. And the funny thing is, that was actually going to be my demonstration. I was going to key up. Yeah, so you keyed back down while we were watching. All right, so you're watching that. It just dropped down. Over here on the wall, behind the Tiny SA, I have a Fusion node, a DMR node, and an All-Star node. And then I've got my HT here keyed up on 438, 450. So you're going to see me key up. That's not me. That's somebody on one of the hotspots over there. You're going to see me key up on 450, and then you're going to hear the All-Star node come back. And then that's the hotspot, one of the two hotspots. Nice. So if you want to scan and experiment and explore the world of RF all around you, then this log periodic antenna and Tiny SA setup is going to be perfect for you. You can use it with your regular radios. I would recommend doing it in listen mode only. This thing, because it's a printed circuit board design, is not really designed to handle a lot of output power. But as usual, I've got links for you down in the description below for all the stuff that I showed you here in this demonstration today. And if you can think of some reasons that you might want to use it, fox hunting, listening to satellites, not transmitting to them, but listening to them, exploring what Starlink is doing as it goes overhead, you can do all that with this guy right here. If you want to see more experiments like this with different weird RF products, this is a channel for you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you like this one, I got another one for you right over here I think you might enjoy next. Thanks for being awesome. I'll see you over there.